All right, there's loads of crypto airdrop news coming in today, a couple of new airdrops announced, and some things that you could actually claim right now. So let's get right into it, starting off with an announcement of another airdrop for Dymension stakers. This one is from Rivals Network that just announced they're going to be launching another roll app on the Dymension network. And if we go into the blog post that they left here, they've explicitly said that for Dime stakers, you can expect a roll drop of the Riz token. So the airdrop is going to be 5% of the total supply unlocked fully at the Genesis event. And this airdrop is not coming immediately. It looks like it's going to be in Q2 of this year. That said, staking Dime tokens is clearly going to be one of the make it plays of this airdrop season. And I'm glad that I staked basically all of my tokens across 4 different wallets after I got the Dymension airdrop itself. This is exactly what I mean when I'm talking about the airdrop snowball. And in fact, there's so many airdrops being announced that I'm literally losing my voice from talking about them. Okay, next up, another airdrop for Dymension stakers, but also Celestia, Atom, and QRDO. So this is the Ward token from the Warden protocol. The first snapshot was completed of QRDO holders, and it looks like TIA, Dime, and Atom stakers are going to be next. They've got an eligibility checker right now, but it's only for QRDO tokens, and the rest of it is going to be coming in Q2. So that's 2 more airdrops for Dymension stakers, also TIA and Atom coming in Q2 this year. Next up, the data ownership protocol, testnet, and presale tokens are now claimable. So you can go to claim.dop.org, connect your wallet, and actually see how many tokens you're going to be getting. Now, the minimum claim for testnet users is 467 tokens, and the maximum is 9,822. That is based off of completing all of the testnet tasks, but then also referring other people. Now, a couple of important points here. For starters, the claim is on Ethereum mainnet, so you're gonna have to pay ETH gas fees in order to claim the token. Secondly, you can see the token and the balance in your wallet if you add the contract address, but there's no liquidity and they haven't listed it on a centralized exchange yet, so you can't actually trade it or transfer it yet. It's non-transferable tokens. Thirdly, depending on where you live, they have actually implemented a KYC process. So for me personally, living in Central America, this has not been an issue, but I believe if you live in the United States, they have a ZK, KYC, or Know Your Customer process. Apparently 90% of people don't have to go through this, but 10% do. And then in terms of a couple of other basic tips, this right here is the contract address. So if you want to see your balance, you have to copy that, then go into MetaMask and import it. Also, the incentivized testnet airdrop portion of this is only 1.2% of the total supply, and that is distributed across over 500,000 wallet addresses. So I would say, unless you were able to refer a lot of people, don't expect to be making a lot of money from this. Other than that, I don't see any information here on an actual claim deadline, so you could wait until the gas fees go down in order to actually claim the token. And then when you want to actually sell it, you'll probably have to wait a couple of weeks. They have no timeline for that, but there will be liquidity as soon as they actually launch a partnership with a centralized exchange. So let me know down below what you think of this. Did you get a decent allocation? Are you happy with the claim process? I know the total amount is relatively small, and so I feel like this is not actually going to end up being lucrative for most of the testnet participants. However, if you participated in the pre-sale, you can also claim those tokens now. And then in the Aptos ecosystem, there is a meme coin called Chewy that is currently claimable. So I actually claimed it with this wallet. I claimed almost 4.5 million Chewy tokens. I had no idea that this was happening, but apparently this token was dropped to people that used a bunch of these different apps or held some of these NFTs. And so if you're active within the Aptos ecosystem, you should definitely go and check to see if you're eligible. You can just paste your wallet address here to check the eligibility. And then in order to actually claim, you do need to connect your wallet and claim. I claimed it and swapped some on Liquid Swap, no problem. So it looks like 1 million Chewy tokens right now. It's going for about 0.77 APT. Anyways, it's definitely worth claiming, and you'll get at least a couple of APT tokens out of it if you qualified. Next up, we have a completely unexpected and also fun announcement of an MFR token airdrop. This is from Satoshi, the creator of the MFR NFT collection, and today he randomly decided to launch MFR Coin. So MFR Coin is already live and trading on the base L2. You can track it on Dex Screener, and you get the airdrop if you hold an MFR, but also a bunch of other different NFTs as well. So you can check and see the allocations. The snapshot for this was March 23rd. And every MFR gets 10,000 tokens, and there's bonuses for one-of-ones and other types of NFTs in here as well. And so if you think you're getting this airdrop, you can actually just copy paste the contract address, and then import it into your wallet on the Base L2, you'll be able to see the balance of your tokens, and it's already live and tradable. And currently the airdrop to MFR holders of 10,000 tokens is already worth over 0.1 ETH or over $400 US. So this is a fun, unexpected airdrop. Honestly, my favorite kind of airdrops are the surprise ones that literally just get dropped to your wallet. In this case, that's exactly what happened, and I got this on 2 wallets for holding the MFR NFT. Okay, next up, this is an NFT that you can mint on Zora. However, it is basically free. It costs about 2 cents per mint. And so I shared this on Twitter today saying that this is a great way to mint a bunch of NFTs on Zora. If there's gonna be a Zora airdrop, it's possible that an airdrop qualifier could be the number of NFTs that you minted on the platform. And since this is so cheap, it's easy to really run up the mint count. Now, the one thing I'll say is that there's a little bit of an extra hurdle with this one because you don't pay with ETH, you actually have to pay with the Degen coin, which is a meme coin on the Base network. So when you go to mint one of these, you have to have some Degen tokens in your wallet. I currently have enough to actually mint these. So the mint fee is 1 Degen per mint, which is basically 2 cents, and then a small gas fee on the Base L2, and that is paid in ETH. So it's gonna be about 5 to 10 cents to pay for the transaction fee, and then the number that you mint multiplied by 1 Degen coin. So I minted 100 of these and it cost me $2.50. And if you don't have any Degen coins, you can get them by trading on KyberSwap or on Uniswap. You just have to make sure that you're getting the correct contract address. So I'll leave a link to this down below. Next up, let's talk about the Athena shards that are currently available for MNT or Mantle token stakers. I talked about this previously on the channel, and if you stake your MNT tokens, you can currently earn shards for the Athena Finance airdrop, but they're actually M shards, which is an ERC20 token that is liquid and tradable. It ticks up second by second based on the number of MNT that you've staked. And I find that actually I'm earning more M shards for staking this amount of Mantle tokens than I'm earning by actually staking USD directly with Athena. So the risk reward on this seems to be pretty good. And when you're ready to actually claim your rewards, you go over to this tab right here, claim rewards, and then you can actually claim your shards. They'll go directly to your wallet. And now if I open up my wallet, I can see I actually have those shards right here. So this is cool. It's kind of like the KEP or KEP token for Eigenpoints with KelpDAO, except it's on the Mantle L2. So the transactions are really cheap and you can actually have these shards liquid in your wallet immediately. Next up, it looks like the Drift airdrop is gonna be happening in April. So yes, April is gonna be a big month. In the next couple of weeks, we're getting Wormhole, we're getting Camino, we're getting Parcel, we're getting Drift, we're getting Athena Finance, probably a bunch of other ones that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. So yes, April is gonna be a massive month for airdrops, including, I guess, Drift Protocol. Next up, if you are staking the Jupe token, there's a new proposal live and you should go and vote on it because people that vote with their staked Jupe tokens get to earn a share of the rewards for doing so. So definitely go and cast a vote. Next up, there was an article released from Merkle, and I've spoken about this platform a few times here on the channel. They have these M-Badge NFTs with attestations that sort of prove how much you've done on-chain with a bunch of different apps and protocols. And basically in this long post, they're talking about actually launching their own Merkle chain. And there's going to be incentives for actually holding and minting these M-Badges. So we've previously been doing them just to sort of farm all of the other airdrops that the badges are related to. For example, Berachain or SyncSwap, ZK, Sync, Scroll, etc. But now it looks like there's actually going to be rewards from Merkle as well, which is cool. There's going to be a snapshot of M-Badge holders soon, but it looks like it hasn't actually occurred yet. And in this article here, they've got a list of all of the different M-Badges. I'm not sure if I've spoken about every single one of these on the channel, but most of them I probably have. So you can check them out here. You can claim them and interact with them. And as you do this, you're pushing transactions on all of these different apps and protocols. So for example, SyncSwap, for this one, you have to actually make trades and provide liquidity, but then also you'll be doing stuff for Merkle and potentially qualify for double rewards that way. Also, the list of ones that they have coming out soon are pretty interesting. Next up, Season 2 of Gull Game is live. So this one has daily tasks that you can complete for free to earn some points for this airdrop. And then if you stake meme coins in the Gull farm, you can also earn additional points. Personally, I staked a very small amount of Dogecoin on the Binance chain just to tick that box. And so you can actually farm this airdrop without having a significant amount of capital. I did this with like $5, and then all of the tasks in Gull Game are completely free social tasks. So I think I'll have 5 referral codes and I'll post them down below. Once those are gone, that's it. But if you need another invite to get into this, you can probably find them on Twitter. Next up, Gitcoin Passport dropped this kind of cryptic tweet saying that Sybils and bots should be aware and that April is going to be huge. So what I take this to mean is that one of the major airdrops we're expecting to come out in April, obviously within the Ethereum ecosystem, is going to be actually relying on the Gitcoin Passport to weed out Sybils and bots. There's been a lot of speculation that it could be ZK Sync, but it could also be other things. However, if you've been following along with the channel, I have said multiple times here that getting a Gitcoin Passport with a score above 20 is a great way to make sure that you don't get excluded from airdrops. So if this is you, beware, I guess. Okay, next up, if you minted one of these cluster domain names, a cross-chain domain name for Layer 0, when I spoke about it previously, it's actually now been integrated into Layer 0 Scan, which is cool. So when you do transactions with Layer 0, your cluster XYZ domain name will actually show up on the Blockchain Explorer. And now that this is being shared officially by Layer 0 Labs, makes me think more and more that it could be an input or a criteria for that airdrop. If you want to get one of these, it is a little bit expensive, and the process for getting one is kind of not as straightforward as you might expect. Basically, you have to put in a bid on one of these names. So basically, you go to the website here, you click create a bid, you put in the domain name that you want to get and hit continue. And then you have to decide how much you want to bid on it. The minimum bid is 0.01 ETH, and then the max bid is 100 ETH. And you can bid on these from a bunch of different networks. The price to do so is actually a little bit expensive. It depends on the network, but it could be 30 to 50 or 60 US dollars, depending on which network you're doing it on and the transaction fees at that time. And then once you've actually created a bid, you have to wait until Friday, the next Friday, when the bids are locked. So in between when you place the bid the first time and when they get locked, other people, if they see that name and they like it, could potentially bid higher than you and actually win that name instead. But once you actually have a locked bid, that becomes your cross-chain domain name. I have 2 on this wallet, Gimme Tokens and Crypto Cove. And yeah, so if I use that wallet across all of these different chains listed here, then now that domain name will actually show up on the Blockchain Explorer, which is cool. And it's possible that it will be a criteria for the Layer 0 airdrop, although it is a bit speculative and also a bit expensive. And then finally, I wanted to clarify something about this AlienX chain airdrop campaign. So there's basically 2 parts to it. There's the points, or the VAIX tokens that you can get for free by doing these tasks here. And then there's these X boxes, which you can collect for doing these tasks, but then you actually have to pay a small fee to mint them and open them. When you open them, you get additional VAIX tokens. However, the mint fee for each one of them is 0.0001 ETH. So if you collect a lot of these boxes, it could actually be a little bit expensive to open them up. And at this point, with the number of boxes that I've collected, it would cost me 0.31 ETH to open them. So I'm not sure if it's actually going to be worth it to spend a lot of money to open the boxes, but you can collect the points for their daily tasks as well separately for free. So yeah, that is it for today's update. Lots of news that keeps rolling in, and the price of the Dimension tokens, by the way, has come up about 12% in the last week with the announcement of a few new airdrops for Dime stakers, which you love to see. Anyways, hopefully you found this video useful. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.